Welcome to the Heart and Mind of Business. I know Clara and I are really excited to be sharing with you in this week's show all about how to connect with the heart and mind of your business. So let's get into the show. So welcome to today's show. We are talking all about heart and mind in your business. And we're taking some of the stuff we're going to go through today from our book, which is The 8 Ways to Mind Your Own Business, Strategy and Mindset for the New Entrepreneur. And we are really excited, aren't we, Clara?
We are very excited to join you. Thank you for tuning into today's episode.
So I'd like to start, Clara, by asking you, what does it really mean to connect with heart and mind of your business?
Yes, that is a great question, and really was the premise behind our new book, right? Is that there are two sides to owning a business. It's not just about the strategy, planning, tactical business side of things. Those are important, yes, but there's a whole nother side that's completely relevant and just as important, and that's your mindset and the mind side of things, right? Or the heart side of things, the authenticity, all those things. So to me, it definitely means that it's about looking at both sides of the same coin.
And what side of the coin? I know what you like. You like the nuts and the bolts and the strategy. So what does it mean? What does that mean from your perspective?
So I'm definitely looking at each new client that I've worked with over the years. We are looking at not just the strategy piece. You got to start by saying, what do I want it to look like, right? Down the road when it's up and running and thriving and it's my dream, right? My passion, I'm working in that. What does that really look like? I think it's super important to be able to say, here's what I want my business to look like, and here's the plan that I'm going to put together to get there. Otherwise, people tend to wander. It becomes a willy-nilly kind of thing. You're like, oh, every new shiny object that comes along, you're like, squirrel, you're off in a new direction, right? So a lack of focus if you don't have something that grounds you. So for me, it's really that when I'm saying the mind of business, it's that piece. It's yes, it's from a place of passion and authenticity for sure. Otherwise, you'll just hate your business. And who wants that, right? You want to create a business that you love, that you get up every morning going to because you love it, you're passionate about it. That's super important. But if you don't have those other pieces, the strategy and the plan, you're in trouble. You're in trouble from the get-go. So that's definitely my side of the heart and mind in business. How about you? I know you have a much more free-flowing look at business because you come from a totally different perspective. So share your perspective about all of this with our audience.
I found what you said really interesting because you're right. We do need to find what we feel passionate about, but sometimes that's hard. Sometimes it's difficult to believe that we can do something that we feel passionate about. Sometimes, we think, oh, I've got to be earning money, and the whole money thing gets in the way. And even having that imagination to see what that end result's going to be like can be difficult. And I know from my own experience that has been. So just coming back to, for me, it's starting, well, what feels authentic for me? I don't want to, and I know you've mentioned authenticity a couple of times, but I think it's really important because it's not about doing something because other people think you should be doing it or because it's expected of you, but doing it because it makes your heart sing, that it doesn't feel like work, that you feel that it's in alignment with your values. What do you believe in? What feels right? What's your perspective on life? And doing something that feels in alignment with that. And when you really work from that place, you are feeling inspired. And when you feel inspired, you make the right connections, you find the right opportunities. I mean, I connected with you because I felt inspired to bring a group together to collaborate on some different things. And, you were wonderfully part of that group. And we've created so much wonderful stuff together without planning it. It sort of happened through inspiration and from a meeting of values.
Right. So true, so true. But then it became very intentional, right? So we made this connection and went, oh, there's something here. There's a connection here where we're similar in what we're trying to accomplish. We have similar values. We're like-minded, if you will. But then out of that, we discovered, oh, we come at this from two different angles, right? So we're serving the same people. We're coming from with the same heart, if you will, but we come very differently to the same thing
And
with
I
our
think
clients.
as we go forward and we explore all the things like all the 8 ways that we have in the book, and other things too, like getting, we'll talk about getting your first clients, that the first setup. How do you get on that ladder if you've been corporate and you're moving into entrepreneurship? And that's a reasonably recent thing for me. I mean, I only did that 5 years ago. So that's something that's quite dear to my heart. And I know that's a bit different for you, Clara, but actually all these things that we're going to bring in, but doing it in a way that feels right. There are lots of real traditional methods of doing things from a very, I daren't want to say masculine perspective, but it's all about struggle and about pushing and competition. But there's a nicer way to do it. And that's the bit that I am really excited about sharing.
Yes, coming at it where we can build a business that leaves us feeling fulfilled, right, in our purpose or whatever you want to call it, but leaves us feeling good about what we do without feeling like there's that struggle or that push or that, so that it feels right and feels authentic, but it's truly business, right? We really are connecting the heart to the mind of business. And that's what our book is all about. And that's what our show is also all about. So we are super excited to have you guys with us on this journey. And we are super excited to be a part of your journey as you launch your business, or maybe it's a fledgling business that's already started, but you just need some guidance. We're excited to be here and be a part of that with you.
So one of the videos that I've been talking about, Clara, this week is all about being fulfilled. So I would like to ask anybody watching this, really, what does fulfilled mean to you?
Good question.
Because like you said earlier about we can go down the wrong rabbit hole. We can end up without being intentional. So what feels fulfilling? It's a bit like Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss. And that's one of a really famous quote. So what is your bliss? What does that feel like? What does it look like? What are you doing? Who are you with? So I think this week, this is really important. Think about what your bliss is. What have you got to offer? And it's not just what you have done in the past. Otherwise, I'd be doing something different now.
Right.
But what is it that floats your boat, if you like?
Yeah. So maybe hop into the comments below and give us some feedback. Say, hey, here's my bliss. Here's what would make me feel fulfilled on a daily basis. Here's what I could get up in the morning and say, I'm so excited to go do today. Tell us what that is. We'd love to hear from you. And while you're here, of course, please subscribe to our channel. We would love to pop into your email or wherever you are to let you know that we're going live each day. And that only happens if you subscribe. And we would love to get to know you better. So please join us.
Absolutely. Tell us what's on your mind, what's going on for you, what you may feel is your challenges or your difficulties. We want to know, because we want to be there as you're part of our community. We want to be able to help you. So as Clara said, we've got so much information. Clara's got loads of stuff around influence, how you can be really intentional, but how you can do it with heart and mind. But we want to know what's going on for you. So please comment. Please, as she said, please subscribe. And we look forward to being part of your journey. This is a really exciting time.
This is. So I guess we'll just see you guys all next week. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Take care. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.